Have you ever wondered why the variants of Hoot and Starstrike are called Enchanted? For being enchanted, or as I translate it, magical, these figures are pretty plain. And honestly, at first glance, they're a lot worse than the original versions of the figures. There's got to be something more to this, right? If that's what you're thinking, you would be right. Now, I recall having this knowledge since I found out about the figures. I'm not sure where I learned about it, if it was on the box itself, or if it was from some advertisement that they did, or if it was in a press release maybe. But these enchanted figures do have a special ability, if you will. But it's not one that many people are just going to randomly stumble across. Because in order to discover this enhancement, these figures need to find the sunlight. And while sunlight through a window will work, it's most easily noticeable, I feel, if you take them outside. And while this might not be a big deal for standard toys, these figures are made to be used with a video game console that is generally kept indoors. And for that reason alone, I think not many people have ever just randomly discovered this. I've talked about this a few times in my live streams recently and found out that a lot of people didn't know this was a thing. But as you can see throughout this video, if you take these figures out in the sunlight, there are parts of them that change color. This is the enchantment. On Hoot, it's just the back of the feathers. On Starstrike, it's the back of the hood. But you can see they change from the plain white to a fairly bright blue. Now it's a little hard to demonstrate, but the color change will stay as long as they're out in the sunlight. When you bring them back inside though, they'll lose their color pretty rapidly. This is also the answer to the question, why does my figure sometimes appear blue in the game? I think this is where most people start to question what the enchanted characteristic might be. At one point, I thought they might have gotten clever enough to just allow your character in-game to change to blue when they're in sunlight in the game. But I don't think that's the case anymore. It just seems to be a little bit more random. Occasionally, your character in-game will appear blue instead of white. Do you have these figures in your collection? Did you know that they change color? If not, head outside. See for yourself. It's a fun little bonus they added to these figures. But like I said, if people don't know about it, what's the point?